So today we're going to talk about multiplying a polynomial by a monomial. Polynomial, you'll remember, has multiple terms, and monomial has a single term. So this multiplication is going to look a lot like something we've already seen, 3 times 4 plus x. 3 is a single term, so that's a monomial. 4 plus x has two terms that can't be simplified, and it's a polynomial, and we already know how to do this multiplication. We use the distributive property, so we distribute that 3 to the 4, and then we distribute that 3 to the x, and we get 12 plus 3x. Well, now we're just going to kick that up a notch. So what if I had y times y minus 2? Now I'm going to distribute that y to the y and to the negative 2, and I get y times y, which is y squared, minus 2y. And I can't combine those because they're not like terms, so that's my answer. Well, what if we take it one more step further? What if I now have a negative 3b times 2b squared plus 4b minus 1? Well, now I need to distribute that negative 3b to each of the terms of my polynomial, and I'm going to get negative 3b times 2b squared plus negative 3b times 4b plus negative 3b times negative 1. I also could have left that negative, but I like to make it a plus and make the 1 a negative. So if I do each of these, negative 3b times 2b squared, well, negative 3 times 2, that's negative 6. B times b squared is b cubed. I add them. Oops, sorry, that looks really sloppy. That's not much better, but hopefully you can tell it's b cubed. And then I'm going to have a plus. Negative 3b times 4b, that's a 12b squared, but it's negative, so I'm actually just going to make the whole thing negative. And then I have plus negative 3b times negative 1, which is a positive 3b. So that's my final answer. Negative 6b cubed minus 12b squared plus 3b. So let's try another one like that. So what if I have 4x squared times 5x squared minus 2xy plus y squared? Well, again, I'm going to have to distribute. And once I distribute, it's going to look like this. And so now I'm going to simplify each term, and I get 20x to the 4th plus 4x squared times negative 2x squared, so that's going to be a minus, or sorry, 2xy. So it's going to be a minus 8x cubed y, and plus 4x squared times y squared, so that's a positive 4x squared y squared. None of my terms are like, so I cannot combine anything. And so that's my final answer. So what if I have a problem like this? Well, now I have two steps. First, I need to distribute this negative 3. So I'm going to take care of that first. So now that I've done my distribution, I can combine like terms inside the parentheses, and I get a times 5a minus 3. Now I distribute my a, and I get 5a squared minus 3a. And that's all I've got for you today. Nice, quick video. If you did not write down all these example problems, I suggest you watch it again and write them down. And go do the check-in.